Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for March 20th to the 26th of 2022. So happy equinox. It is spring equinox here in this hemisphere. So we are focused on the awakening of life, while fall equinox in the southern hemisphere is focused on the harvest and wrapping things up for their annual cycle, seasonal wise. So we initiate new life and renew the light at winter. We move through that February gate of power for inspiration and purification. And here we are at spring equinox with a brand new initiation and awakening of life. And of course, Shanta and I are getting together on Saturday, the 19th at 12 noon East Coast. So there's links in here to register for that if you haven't already. It is an open community event. All are welcome. Feel free to share. But there are several events from the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd that I've been invited to. So I'm trying to do it all if I can. We'll see. Right now, you could be focused on the turning points and crossroads that you might be facing right now. It's time to start being more active and physical. Spring cleaning and clearing, which is definitely kicked in over here. Resurrection, renewed life and vitality. New beginnings, seed planting and initiation, which I'm very much doing. I'm planting food and flowers. Fiery creativity, fertility, and blossoming energy. So what has already taken root that's kind of expanding, and what is just breaking ground? Taking a serious step in the direction of your goals. So what kind of action, what kind of choice or decision do you need to make right now that can move you in the right direction? And to always remember the delicate infant stages of new birth like this, rebirth, new growth and development. This is all delicate when things are starting out. That doesn't matter what it is you're initiating. You always want to give it extra care. It's really important, though, while new creative projects are bubbling and bursting and coming to life, that you're paying attention to how they're developing and what their future potential might be. This is the season to start thinking about all that. It's also the third of the 8 sacred seasons, initiating a renewal of life and light, rebirth and resurrection. Vital energies and resources are now more readily available. It's time to plant seeds and initiate projects that will show promise by fall equinox, which is 6 months from now. It is the first rebalancing of the light coming from predominantly internal, dark, shadow, fallow time of winter. And we're returning to an external, light, fertile time of summer. Spring and fall represent balance and increase. Equal light and darkness, equal day and night. Sunrise and sunset are always the best times to meditate, as the veils between realms are thinner, making communing easier and more productive. Consider the solstices to be initiation integration times, and the equinoxes to be times of change, movement, choices, and decisions. Spring initiates new life. Fall assesses the quality of that life and marks its ongoing progress. What actually takes root? What works and evolves over the course of the year. When we get to fall, we start to check in what needs more time, incubation, and more care. Or should it be released altogether to begin anew? We start composting in the fall as well, so we can redirect the energy and conserve resources, which we all need to be thinking about right now. Try to be as independent as possible. Try not to need the outside world for too much, because it's unavailable for consultation right now, everyone. We're having a break to realign. And I say that, and I'm about to share a whole bunch of goodies for you to ponder on, because this is going to help you dream up the new vision for the new year and for the next 3, 6, 9, and 12 years. So it's big things happening right now. It's time to be more physically active, to try new things, do some spring cleaning, like I said, on multiple levels. You can choose what type of renewal you'd like to experience every year. For example, one year you may want to focus on renewing the body, or renewing your sacred space, or renewing your relationships to self and other. You decide. Get creative and dedicate a year to see what you can create when you work with the natural rhythms of the time and space that you live in. It's time to initiate a new aspect of self that you recently developed or discovered, to have the courage to live your life, serve your purpose, and stand in the truth of your own journey. It's Aries time for everybody. Now, remember last week I told you this week was going to be a little bit more about processing and integrating, because we have so many Mercury activations with one big Mars one in the middle just to shake things up and wake things up for us. So I encourage you to celebrate this spring with Shanta and I on Saturday. Enjoy the full moon of it all. It's a very potent weekend, I gotta say. But let's dive in to our first activation happening on Monday, the 21st, with Mercury conjuncting Jupiter. So this is in Pisces. This is after Mercury went backwards and forwards, mixing it up in Aquarius and Capricorn, finally moved into Pisces. And this is a huge initiation because Jupiter will probably have moved on before Mercury gets back to Pisces. So deep breath. This is a way for us to connect on a personal level and really initiate our bigger ideas. Think, like I said, 3, 6, 9, and 12 years. What were you trying to do 3 years ago, 6 years ago, 9 years ago, 12 years ago, especially last time Jupiter was in Pisces? What were you creating? What were you believing? What story were you telling? How well were you using and trusting your imagination and intuition? And how has that developed and evolved over time now to allow you to start fresh and clean now with all different support? Remember, the cycles repeat, but everything around them, everything around you, everything up in the sky, it's all different, so we can respond in new and different ways. So when Mercury gets together with Jupiter, it's time to expand your thinking and develop more conscious awareness. This is a powerful energy assisting you on many levels. You will make connections easily and quickly that help you to integrate newly acquired information or knowledge, making you appear psychic or at least lucky to others. At this time, you can connect with your highest ideal and most broad outlook for your life, and you may feel that you are finally ready to live your own truth. You are so connected to your own ideal that you naturally give others permission to live their truth as well, creating an atmosphere of tolerance that feeds all involved. The challenge with this energy is going too broad and missing details that are vital to your success. You will also miss out on crucial information if you are too overconfident and/or self-righteous in any way. Remain humble, knowing that your way works for you, but it may not work for others, and vice versa. And it is all okay. If you remain centered in the light and your own heart, this energy gives you a little boost to whatever you are creating at this time. And we are creating some very big dreams around here. So tap into this goodness, to this initiation for your own consciousness to expand and your own perspective and your view of your life and the world and everything. We get to reclaim this on a whole new level this year. Now, not without its challenges. Mars is stirring things up on Tuesday, squaring Uranus, which is always a kind of a rebel energy. So we ask, what is your cause? So if you are rebelling or breaking from the norm or trying to break your own bad habits and patterns, that's great. Then that's a higher purpose. You're trying to improve yourself. But if you're just trying to break stuff and change for the sake of change, this can cause more problems than it solves, let's just say. So if you're clear about your own authentic truth and purpose, then this energy is actually refreshing and uplifting. You can simply acknowledge that change is necessary and often inevitable. And you can co-create with this energy to transform your current life. This is a rebirth energy too, and being reborn is never easy. Worth it, but not easy. However, if you are not clear about who you are and what you're capable of, then this energy shines a light on that aspect of your life, which you instinctively already know needs an overhaul. But for whatever reason, you are still holding on to the old habits, patterns, or people. Unwilling or unable to embrace change at this time, you only increase the feeling of being restricted by external forces. Your life is a direct reflection of what's going on inside you. How is it looking? Check your ego, recommit to your truth, and remember that change is good. And if you don't go voluntarily, read consciously, then you'll just get dragged to the next level, kicking and screaming, and you'll be so exhausted when you get there that you may miss the beauty in evolving to the next level. This is what you've been working toward, correct? Remember, conscious, effective action creates freedom, okay? That's why we want to respond to these changes going on, not react. Then on Wednesday, the 23rd, so this is really deep, Mercury conjuncts Neptune. So remember, Jupiter and Neptune are essentially traveling together toward their conjunction of April 12th, which we're going to talk about at the end of this. So again, this is our micro to macro individual connection to this social cycle with Jupiter and collective cycle with Neptune. First, we go in and expand our own consciousness and what we want for our own lives on the 21st with Jupiter. And now on the 23rd, we can dream up what we want for the social collective realms. I really believe that. And so dedicate some time this week to giving a little focus to both, to dreaming up how you would like to see things unfold. This is a mixed blessing, of course, but definitely an initiation either way. It can be miraculous for creativity, art, or exploration. I like this one for a personal conversation with God or your higher self, your soul self. As with any initiation, a completion must come first, and in this case with Mercury, it's time to expand your thinking and go deeper in some way. Invite your ancestors, angels, and animal guides to answer your questions and support and protect you at this time. Communing with them is much more supported than communing with the humans around you. So if you need to think about the mundane or confront someone about something which requires complete honesty from both parties, things could get a little hazy and confused thanks to Neptune here. There is always a veil to contend with when dealing with Neptune, but you have to know which side of it that you are on so you are in alignment with the nature around you, meaning 3D or 5D, right? So if you're on the 3D side of the veil, you know you got to deal with 3D matter, physical, things that take time. If you're on the 5D side of the veil, then things always run a lot smoother and a lot quicker. Either way, this energy tends to color reality, misleading some to think that they are being perfectly clear in their communication or what they're trying to express, while others are completely lost. It's better to say nothing rather than to be completely misunderstood. So again, like I said earlier, this is the time for you to be communing within yourself, keeping your own counsel, talking to your council of elders, whoever that may be, tuning in to your higher self for directives of what can be initiated at this level for your individual truth and story and for the larger social collective truth and story. We get to contribute to both. Then that was the 23rd, which is Wednesday. So Thursday, the 24th, is my Venus circle. We have it every month. We do have subscribers, which are welcome to drop in and just get an infusion of the energy. Whether you follow this cycle or not, Venus is affecting you. And it's our first month out of Capricorn. Woohoo! I want to have a party, y'all. So let's get together. Thursday, March 24th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It is Aquarius and the sacral chakra release work that we're doing there. So I put links in the blog to join us. You can subscribe or drop in. All custom tools in the replay are included with your $25. So then the 26th is Saturday, and we have Mercury sextiling Pluto. So this is even better if we consider the order of activations where Mercury has essentially initiated a new dream and now is going to go in an opportunity to gain some traction and to really take it to the next level or anchor something juicy with Pluto. We're changing the game, y'all. Trust that if you are visualizing and imagining health and wholeness and renewal and restoration and a revival of a connection to the earth, this is what's supported. And we can create a wave of energy that counterbalances the negativity and the drama that some people like to stir up to keep us confused and distracted. So Mercury to Pluto, this energy provokes the need to delve deeper into the ideas or information being presented at this time, whether personal or professional. Pluto always makes us want to dig deeper, ask the hard questions, gather insights that are more profound than usual, because you're going deeper than usual. Anytime we're engaging Pluto, it's soul level for sure. So now again, you're becoming conscious of some soul level information that can change the game too. In your professional public life, you may find yourself doing better on proper pre-planning and due diligence. And in your personal private life, you may find yourself digging a little deeper into your own mental patterns and personal history that have led to now. As you make these connections and begin to grasp these new insights, they will gain traction and you will become more grounded in your own truth and story. We all get excited about those kind of aha moments, and you may find yourself even wanting to share them with others who may or may not be ready to hear such deep truths or have the conscious awareness to even process them. So remember to use some discernment around who and when you share these newfound insights, okay? Really, it's all about you. We don't really need to share these deeper aspects of things coming because remember what I said, they're delicate. So this kind of falls under that advice that we get along the way here and there that says don't talk about your creative projects until they're really solid. You know, we get so excited when we have a new brilliant idea. I know I do. And I want to tell everyone, but until it's ready to roll, I can't open my mouth because too many people respond. So I have to wait until it's grounded. That's what's been going on with Soul Sisters Circle. I rolled out a little beta testing in 19 and then 20 hit. So I didn't get to launch the way I wanted to. So then I tried a few more things in 2020 and then I tried a few different things in 21. And based on the evolution of my own consciousness and my own world over those years, it changed everything I want to do in that circle. So I'm reworking all the materials that I'd already created and it's being reborn, essentially. It's so deep. It's so deep. And it would have worked fine the first way, but it's going to be even better now. So I'm really excited and I'll share that when it's ready. But that's what this is telling me here. These activations for this week are about you doing your individual processing, not caring what other people think or what they say or what they're doing unless you have to live with them and it directly affects you. If that's the case, then you still need to go within to determine what your consciousness is all about and what you want and what you believe, what your truth is that you want to share with these people, and then go back to the table to renegotiate how we can do that at a higher level. It's just the only way to do it. So, leading to some more assistance to help you process, and mostly I want to help activate your imagination. So, I've posted some relevant reflections, which if you're new to my world, then that is what I call my throwback audios, because I've been at this. I've had an online community since 1999, so I can go pretty far back with audios, and I have found a treasure trove of things that can support us right now. Remember I said Jupiter's getting together with Neptune in Pisces, and this is a very big deal. So I did an introduction audio to Neptune moving into Pisces right at 2011. So what I'm thinking about doing now is maybe we can do a call for Jupiter and Neptune getting together and activate some new dreams as a community. You know, everybody hit me back. Let me know if you want to get together and check in with Neptune and Pisces and where it has gotten to, because now it is 2/3 of the way through. So 2025 is around the corner. That audio is 90 minutes, I believe. Again, it's really powerful. The overview and the divinations I split into two to list on Instagram because they have that 1 hour limit. So that's kind of helpful if you'd like to, chop it up. Otherwise, the full version is on YouTube and my podcast. So you have video, audio, and there is a post, right? So I did create posts that give you a little bit of background on what these audios are really good for and why they're relevant now, okay? And so be sure to check them out. They're very short posts. So these two bonus posts are linked in this blog. And that is our weekly forecast conclusion. But hop over to those two posts because there's some juicy extra support in both of them. We did the introduction to Neptune in Pisces, which is traveling 14 years, 2011 to 2025. And the mutual reception of Neptune in Aquarius and Uranus in Pisces of 2008. So we went back even further and found more juju to work with. And the reason this is all relevant at this time is because we are feeling the reverberations now of a lot of what we put in motion back then. And so it also had a lot of how to deal with Neptune and Uranus, which are, again, really important in moving things around in our current times. So there was less of the current astrology per se and more of the energetics of Aquarius and Pisces and Neptune and Uranus. And we need all that right now. So go enjoy those two extra bonus posts and the goodies that go with them. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Reach out if you need to. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.